Yes, Ben. Any brana say yakuma. Nibana bono brana. Bese mi kumiana say yemuma. I promise somebody I do so. Yeah. Yes, I okay. Yes, am I okay? Rabba Hena go to me. Jama Nada. Yeah.
Yeah, Bemamo Aquaba Sonkone about channel 22. Miss Umana Mati and Kabakobi. Sadia Debia Medica can say, Yeguswa build this channel. Na channel we any channel be anything ya to your boss you taking your step by step. So I say enquire the usual I mean typical kind of channel I won't say ebuso no way a be more topical. So what I say critical analysis of issues. Na ene me mama akwa ba na ma chia be mo ba bibia obi bia hwe me every be bia me pa channel yi afi na wate yen kan afi na wo hwe a na wa subscribe oko YouTube a ye wo ho me pa oko Facebook a ye ho Twitter so me pa ye wo ho subscribe to the channel ansa na channel ya busuama obi bia edremika ba na baba na wo wadi wakonya deda na oni yen ene ehwebom ene asembe na edap bamaso sɛ me si me di kan ne sɛ ewomani ababako ewomani a issue bi baako if you say you go so build this channel but ensem bi wo no ma yehwɛ na ekoso a ya ne yentimi ntwɛn build the channel we nwie etini yɛ sɛ ye bɔ no papa to pa ne yɛ so be ka de enim na yɛ expose enkrofobia omoma oman ne enkoso ayi oman Ghana etiefo enche ye ne nam social media na ye call two post to be eye NDC ni akode be ye fene ya yira kwaku na or the post to be ato ne Twitter handle it was talking about Egypt building some kind of infrastructure bi na ye hwe mu an na say abemu wa no ono okofa sa story no every Ghanaweb okofa sa story no every Ghanaweb na me pa cho ye be ko Ghanaweb ni ahwe story ko a ye di hu nkomo yi na ya fifi mu ni edi hu nkomo kakra because medical ka kire mu say eye media na ewo Ghana no eye media na ewo Ghana no omo no mo bo Ghana from me see the three arms of government aye the media na ka ho as the fourth estate of the realm no they are not doing anything ade na omo ye na emo ama oman Ghana enkoso etiefo ade na make asa mo hwa de o ohe screen so a obon say Ghanaweb the story be ato or see Egypt is building 400 million CNC factory while Ghana is building 400 million cathedral. Munchi, or see Ghana and Egypt or my Ghana and Egypt story way back, during Nkrumah's time. That is not what we're talking about. Or see, Egypt has a population of 104 and Ghana has a population of about 30 million. In Ghana, inflation about 50%, while Egypt is inching about 18%. I don't know what that is to the story. I mean, who they are correlated to the story. I mean, he's giving a background of economic issues Egypt and Ghana. Okay. Also, in December 2022, Egypt received International Monetary Fund board approval of 3 billion extended facility program for 46 months, while Ghana received a staff level agreement of 3 billion. Yes, almost say 3 billion every World Bank, every IMF, and Egypt for the same amount of money from IMF. Momianko story so na yen papa mu na yen hwede wo mu. Also in May 2021, Egypt signed a deal with a German company. The Egyptian government signed an agreement with DMG Mori for German technology. Next, the upper chain say Egypt for acco signing agreement with a German company for a technology. Okay, the partnership contract between the Arab Organization for Industrialization, most of us will say industrialization, and DMG Mori Company would lead the establishment of computer numerical control. And CNC no almost na 400 million euros no, or say a computer numerical control factory in Egypt. Na say main can story ni nkwachiri. Na say factory no all can a factory a Egypt for person musi to widening their technological base, their technological economy, no person mu biom. And then I'm afraid the computer numerical control factory what Egypt. I said the factory will provide comprehensive technical solution, which include flexible automation, complete digital transformation, and advanced flow assembly by using automated guided vehicle transport system. The production is linked to the annual capacity of more than 1,000 machines, in addition to industrial digitization service for factories, as well as the establishment of academy to train on the equipment. Atiefo, ne tinti ne tietie wa mo ne say, sa factory ya Egypt fo si ya 400 million euros yi. Technology no makoji every German company bi no mo de ba. Na sa technology ne ebeboa ma infidijuma ne niamaniama bebiri akoso yie, automated industry akoso yie ewo Egypt. Na se oba America krom ha sade omode automation niama Amazon warehouse, some of the things are automated. What I say, na se ebeboa ma industry ne enyuma ketenkete ne akese a omo wo krom ho no omatime this technology na den aboa amaniama akoso wano which will help the economy. Fantastic. Na story no eka sasem we nyina wie no no beka Ghana story de munti be a ode Ghana de ne be show o say however Ghana however is building a national cathedral with the taxpayers' money, despite the fact that the promise to build the cathedral was a personal pledge to God by the president. Show where me see Ghana hawon media for no and ebo from ti uyo or man ba muntie ni ye. Whether you were NDC or you were MPP, ma wadwin juma. Me say whether you were NDC, MPP, CPP, ma wadwin juma. Ana wo yetimemuni a ma wadwin enye juma kesiye. Say all can Ghana the end of or say the cathedral, or say however Ghana is building a national cathedral with taxpayers' money. We power cho yenye critical analysis wa ha. Saa sika na Egypt fo akwaje na omode ye adwuma no pacho president ni ebotum sika na ana country ni sika or loan no makwaje no omudi si that CNC factory no whatever factory no musi no me pacho enye Egyptians fo ni betua Egypt fo ni betua loan sika omakwaje omudi besi Egypt fo no at the end of the day ombetua. So why didn't you see say Egypt acquired 400 million euro ADBC this plant taxpayers' money? How do you explain taxpayers' money? If a government go for a loan, it's the taxpayers who will repay the loan. Oka National Cathedral, or say a pledge by the president. The pacho president be a oba amamu no baby be a mangana. And one promise no ye. Free usage was the promise of the president. One decision, one party was the promise of the president. Any other thing be a president, be a beyer or under the presidency, be a president in the promise. Into why do you say promise to be a personal? When it comes to government, there's nothing like personal. Your personal becomes the national thing, the national promise. So who acquire omofaso na ede or time instead of people and conform what or money betting some my critical thinking. Look at what this media personality are doing. So what I say? Also, why Ghana is building this. Into what of a story about technology. Adinti na onfa baumia technology or diaba. Adinti na onfa drone service Ghana ediaba drone distribute no edima yarefo distribute snake venom ni anti snake venom ema enkrasefo. Why won't you compare that technology to this? Why won't you as a journalist compare one district, one factory, which is also an industrialization agenda? Why? Bibusa. Ghanaweb. Why won't you compare the one district, one factory agenda to this? Bibusa. I didn't na on compare one district, one factory. Buswa obi bia nya bi no. I didn't na on compare sa one district, one factory to what the Egyptians are doing. And say obeya na say at your time yam fa credit card thank you near your time ama abana otisono. Egypt is building this way a factory. Mamen chiramo Ghana Ghana abana otisono. These guys don't want you to know. And you know, always creating some kind of those things be. Ghana for Yamaya Dwin anye juma yebebre. Yamaya Dwin anye juma yebebre wa Ghana papa. You are talking about technology. Why won't you compare Baumian digital agenda to this? Why won't you compare the one district, one factory to this? But you try to compare, you try to compare cathedral to ICT. You are comparing cathedral to ICT as a journalist. Ghana for mummy bibi. Anka fast the way at the better hono. What you should have done as a media person is so simple. So simple. Naka o did this akahu.
Ghana's one district, one factory policy, an ambitious vision set to industrialize the West African country. Industrialization generates employment opportunities, provides educational opportunities, encourages advancement and innovation, and better utilization of resources. All of these benefits and more make industrial development extremely valuable to a country's development. In simple words, industrialization is a transformation away from an agricultural or resource-based economy toward an economy based on mass manufacturing, technological advances, and other services. When an area or economy is industrialized, it
Intika Ghanaweb Okofasa story to one. Then you should have brought this. Even if you don't want to go to the digitalization agenda by the government, Naka what did this? Wait, Nikofa the new African channel. Omokran air publicizing what Ghanaians are doing. Omokran then air publicizing what the Ghanaians are doing. Inti adentina onkofa sa ayiwe air mekahu. But they will never do it.
Ghana's industrial production is rising at a 7.8% rate, giving it the 38th fastest growing industrial production in the world due to government industrialization policies. 5.3% of total GDP. However, Ghana's industrial production is rising at a 7.8% rate, giving it the 38th fastest growing industrial production in the world due to
38th fastest growing economy in the world. 38th fastest growing economy in the world. When it comes to industrialization. Enti adentina Ghanaweb one fasa story we and compare what Egyptians are doing. Why? 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 They say more person more ya. They say all the time, anytime biano, you paint some picture be. They say time bia Ghana no. Ye who say ye koso and I yen koso. And so me wanna there are good things happening in this country. Ghanaweb. Debi ameka se yama ye ni na hwa ibedi edokun kwa. Oka say ni nyina no, let's go to Egypt nankasa. What other things that they are doing? The infrastructure agenda of Egyptians. They are not just building factories. So let's see.
The world has never seen before. Miles east of Cairo on a tract of desert the size of Singapore. This new mega project, which would include the tallest building in Africa, is a construction the likes of which the world has never seen before. If this $45 billion project is a success, it could represent the beginning of a new era for Egypt.
Egypt for building a new city. Almost $50 billion. Egypt no cast almost a factory no. Almost building a whole new city. A whole new city in Egypt. For almost $50 billion project. And so oko Egypt siya uhia oho. Uko Egypt the same story now. The same story. Your friend is saying Ghanaweb, Egypt has gone for 3 billion IMF bailout. Ghana has gone for 3 billion bailout. No, Egypt if one also they have a program. I'm say by 2023 almost $50 billion project. That's what this video is talking about. Let's take a listen.
The Egyptian government put forth the initiative to start this multi-billion-dollar initiative to satisfy an urgent need. As it is, the capital city is extremely chaotic. Many streets are currently closed to safeguard the security of buildings and people, making it difficult to go from point A to point B in the city. That is why it's easy to believe that the new administrative capital, which would eventually house embassies, government agencies, the parliament, 30 ministries, a spiraling presidential compound, and 6.5 million people, is a must-have. The project will not only relocate governmental buildings from Cairo but will also provide much-needed homes. Furthermore, the government has pledged to include 15 square meters of green space for each inhabitant in the new construction. Before we continue, be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you can be the first to learn more about incredible multi-billion-dollar mega projects from all over the world. The new administrative capital, also known as NAC, is anticipated to cost approximately $45 billion. The new capital will also have a centerpiece Green River, which will be a combination of open water and planted vegetation twice the size of Central Park in New York. As a result, the project is being marketed as an effort to combat pollution and make Egypt greener. The Egyptian military owns 51% of the administrative capital for urban development, the company in charge of the project, and the Ministry of Housing owns the remaining 49%. The military's massive participation in supporting the project exemplifies the merger of the civil and military in a country headed by a former army general, current President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. However, the construction endeavor represents significant economic potential for all. A new city requires not just money but also cement, bricks, electrical appliances, carpentry,
Kwame Nkrumah, instead of someone Ghana ni munyam ebedi kan or the ono ni munyam, everything was about Nkrumah. Anything that Kwame Nkrumah they told jobs, Egypt na waka wasem. These are the things that the guys are doing.
These are chairperson of Administrative Capital for Urban Development, also referred to as ACUD, indicated that the second and third stages of the NAC will be opened by the beginning of 2023. He stated that by the end of this year, more than 50,000 personnel will be transferred to the NAC's government district. The NAC is being built 28 miles east of Cairo as a mirror metropolis to huge Cairo and will house around 6.5 million people in smart and sustainable environments.
Smarty. Egypt for Akojisika almost $50 billion. And I'm a project way. City on peso musino no. Na mo de ye Ghana na ye see cathedral. A cathedral and emphasis bebason economic benefit of the cathedral and the media don't want to talk about. Ghana for me demo ko amama anso a omode cathedral. Eyesika. Me say me demo ko amama anso a omode cathedral eden eyesika. Na Ghana for ni yahwe se ya dwene no eye dwuma na se nya dwuma ana ntina matchro se eye onyansani ana si cathedral na wonwa nyansa abo wo no ana omo yidede onyansani ana si cathedral wona nyansa abo mo se de Johnson ba akoko no won na won yidede hwe okowi asa mansan nyina cathedral eye big tourist eyi Emma Krubia. Hwe o hwe ha the St. Paul's Cathedral. The St. Paul's Cathedral. It was being rebuilt by Christopher Warren or whatever after a great fire in 1666. Omatimi I see a dan I renovate a dana to date as yakasa. Hwe o ye visitor na wo kuma look at the amount of money awuchia. $24 per person. 1 to 2 hours. $24. Only $24 echo Ghana schema esen. Me say only $24 echo Ghana schema esen. St. Paul's Cathedral any new. Anywhere new. Any people pay money to go there. We have workers there. Hundreds of workers are keeping this facility clean for visitors to come and visit. So, yakase kuro developer, and yet say krona mananya dwenye didinkwao. These are all part of a development of a nation. These are all part. We will go and see the cathedral that Ghana presidency and building. We will go and see the capacity compared to this. 16 something no music cathedral no and so okohwe uchia $24 to almost $23. Yeah, oko ada a year amo cathedral the same landing now. People go there. They sightseeing tickets. Sightseeing tickets. Ni nyina ye monument a o masi wo hono mo a amanfo ko ekotwe sika. Ekoshe. Amanfo ko twe sika ko hwe $22. Take it. $22, yeah. 2 adults 40 in this one no girl moko baby ekoye moko ye 1212 bia na mesa moko ko hwe a mo twa $44. How much is $44 in Ghana city? And do you know how many people visit this cathedral in a year, in a month, in a week? Do you know how many people are ekoho ekotuesika? Do you know foreigners about how dollar na mo Ghana must dollar mind, you know. If we have about 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 people coming to visit a cathedral Ghana, do you know the amount of dollars that will flow into Ghana? We have these cheap journalists Ghana and nobody's telling them, nobody's calling them to order because you say I'm a journalist. Me say any politicians any big go my Ghana a journalist. I always say this. Me say any politicians and a begu on my Ghana a journalist. St. Paul Cathedral, Oklahoma, uchu $22 per person. And imagine say a day, even 300 people visit there. How many dollars an alcohol? How many amount of money in alcohol? Say a Ghana coin 50 Ghana cedi per person. Then you pay 500 and now 200, 300 crack home a day. Do you know how much the city is making, the nation is making? Do you know how much foreign currency ebo my Ghana mo? Number 4. Now the me say this media house no omoma some jokers be from politicians, people who don't have an idea, like Yagira Kwaku and then the NDC. Enya kwan church nsim social media. Yagira Kwaku. And by this time you are sharing the ideas of John Mahama. Kao share the ideas of John Mahama, what he wanted to do if God forbid voted for in 2024, what he will be doing. See, my Ghana politics ye beye, but ye politics ya edi omani be kunenim. Everywhere in the world, developed country and underdeveloped country, omunye politics. The difference between the developed world and they say omo mind edi omanimo kind in their political whatever. Na yenya yagira kwaku wo otena Twitter ana wo church nsi hu nsi hu awatro yagira kwaku munti wako capture the Ghanaweb area to hono ana hwe de watro, because in Ghana we have a useless president who is visionless and reckless. Yagira kwaku wo so ye IT guru, wo ye IT guru. Ye the e-levy but what na page amount for how to evade tax. Mobile bre fucking. Me se mo kotu Kwame Nkrumah funa Musa Kwame Nkrumah. Mo pa mon busa na mon busa Kwame Nkrumah why he suffered the way he suffered upon all that he said he did for independence. What the wankasa image did kind to glorify yourself and your political party at the expense of the country called Ghana? Masa, you will fail. You will fail. Kwame Nkrumah din edi ono nani mo nyam obenya eye bibia socialism eye ne ho hwehwanimu eye ne ma ne Kwame Nkrumah way. He died like a puppet. He died like a stranger. He died in a foreign land. Ghana sa na kura anya Kwame Nkrumah funu. Okuwu baby ne de ne bae because of boni and odi e Ghana. Turn this whole country to one party state. Obo Kwame Nkrumah di kwani epe wacho. Ama Ghana mpesa ompe mujahwiegu, ompe basabasa, ompe nkwasi asem. Ama Ghana why say insuru nyunu. E foul easily. Now osre ba na foul. Yagira kwaku jina say a president is building a cathedral, a useless. Now when you obey to say okudato wo unya juma da, okudato unya juma da. Amount for good streets so every national service. Okuja to one ye be that and your mouth, your man deputy minister. Wo. Would you now say a fresh document I possess reviews that enterprise insurance a company Uforiata is what intimately associated with Waje, where his wife served as a director, was granted a CETAS deal to ensure the entire cathedral construction site. Masa, say obi insurance company now be insure waka. Now waka na kopemwa hwa na betua. Ona na betua na kuja to. Ana wose na wuni ne betua. Enye insurance company ne betua. So if something goes wrong with the cathedral and you see cathedral ni wie na cathedral ni buguma, who is going to pay that amount of money? And yet the same enterprise company. Where from that? If a Ghanaian company has gone to build, contract now, what are you talking about? I'll come to you later. Let me deal with this. Yagira kwakune ni seeing huno. Yagira kwaku jina catching say the president is useless and visionless. Yebeshe niashe be visionless. Yebeshe do ye visionless. Ewaha. Okay, give me some time. Na yenkomuniyenshe se Ghana ha obi useless and na visionless. Esin obi. Let's see. Mokai emribi papa bi a ye friend no John Mahama obedi ade no okase osi dan ama vice president.
Edisika na kwhye o modisika na bia no. $14 million US year. Na area who say that way na ever catch Ghana for say $14 million US. Area we papa. Inti sabres all sha idea Ghana penny 4 years. Baby uncle for a discount or more discount piano. My mention yanko for we baby. Ati o share dining here. A dining in the compound in here. Compound in here. This is a compound. This is a compound. Yeah. Into so share sat down we are. And I will this is Ochimai TV and I Sabre Woshe. I hire Ochimai TV. Where Vice President building your man penny that John Dramani Mahama yes Osi. Your man penny John Dramani Mahama yes Osi. $14 million US. It's a Ghana penny for. Nipa bia ne ho boss a case we mu bia no. Yesre no. Intime mfa ne ma book mu ne nye dey. Yentwe na so are hu ye papa $10 million US.
Okay. Yeah. Ghana for some who. Enti yagira kwa kuma send a message across to you. Ye pobia or ye visionless or ye useless ye Mahama. If Mahama can use $14 million to build a house, not for a president to $14 million to build a house for our vice president, not president to vice president. You use $14 million, $14 million to just accommodate our vice president. A daya yesiama vice president kekeno Ghana how $14 million. Na trasa kwa sasine dawo kesiye nene estate no musi nyina hino mudi siye. Ya kwaku. Ye po bi o ye useless a ye wone o John Mahama. Straight up. You know sabe. Mesi ye po bi o ye useless a ye yaira kwaku ye wone o John Mahama. Mu yusu $14 million. Esa mu di si vice president accommodation. Sa vice president accommodation na John Mahama ni so ade hunu ni say anko ye si wie na bibia ye eko ye wie a na ko di 8 terms ni wie a said now we ko ofa said ye owie ye na nanado by 2017 on two free vice president ayi ho no na ye ma ba omi ametremu a otumfo no na ka master jankwa asem na wodi no na ko na o page ya kwaku ye pobi o ye useless a ye wo no John Mahama. Two, Mr. Betro, the entire Yakasi Pubi useless John Mahama. No. Yababi Chirim. Yawa Ghana ha. Anna John Mahama Bekachre say, O see Hope City. Yarakwa Kutini. This to you and your John Mahama. Mahama Bekachre say, O see Hope City. O see Hope City. Na Hope City no. A $10 billion baby and say Hunu Basayabi. And any Emma BBC. Efa story the story di juma ya ira kwa mibusa wo ne John Mahama no ebesi ne Hope City ne wen. This is a story on BBC Business carry story with life ya ira kwa ye pobio ye useless John Mahama ene woni ne wo se so what I say ye pobio ye hopeless John Mahama obi ye visionless John Mahama obi ope Ghana sabi ope Ghana krono aba wo ne wo John Mahama but your John Mahama will never be president again. Go and ask Nkrumah. Me say go and ask Kwame Nkrumah. Ode onu no ye yo di nani mu kan no. You see what happened to Nkrumah. Ghana yin so you know your bad time. Ofa boko. Hwe CNN a report to ye. Or see, I'm quoting. Or see, right now it is nothing more than an empty plot of land covered by just a few scrap and the old neem tree. But within a few years, these grass plains just outside Accra, Ghana, could be transformed into a fertile breeding ground for world-class innovation. Earlier this month, Ghanaian President John Mahama launched the Hope City, a $10 billion high-tech hub aiming to foster technology growth and attract major players in the ICT industry to the West African country, which is Ghana. The ambitious project is the brainchild of a Ghanaian businessman, Roland Agambiri, a head of a local technology company, RIG Corporation. These are the guys who John Mahama. Where is Agambiri? Where is your Agambiri? Where is your Roland Agambiri? And where is our $10 billion? God will punish you all. You will not die, but you rot and see your flesh rotting before you die. Ghana na modini di agrono. Oh, be catch the Kufuor are useless. Yara kwaku. Chire o papa na chire yen kambra wabo. Yara kwaku, show us your father. And tell us the story about your father. And let's compare to a Kufuor. And let's see who is hopeless. Who is visionless, who's useless. Oh yeah, ira kwa quote now NDC for and a mouth and we are Ghana sika and a do call school or ICT or whatever they call it. Oh yeah, then why what me be a juma? What me be a juma crafty and for in cyber security or a young girls or whatever in your hometown. In your hometown, what me could be? Sekana Domahama and what you could be AGB, I could be ICT company to train people to give them future. Have you been to do that? You are such an asshole. A Kufuor, more free education. You and your father are useless. You can't be useless. John Mahama. We are asking you and John Mahama if you a visionary. Where is the tallest building that is set for $10 billion tech city? Where is it? Yaira kwaku. Ono John Mahama. More than $14 million. Eko see vice president accommodation. Vice president accommodation na wenfa. Ba omi yenfa na sisi ya. But you use Ghana sika $40 million. Now sa special prosecutor no useless crossing will be over as by. Useless. Useless. Yaira kwaku, I'm asking you. And your John Mahama. Mr. 2024 election, you know. And young people nebe you. Yen ye beye. Yen umbi se nebeye. She. Yaira kwaku. I'm asking you. Where is the Hope City? The Hope City and what the Egyptians want to do are similar. And I was expecting you kind of saying Ghanaweb. I was expecting Ghanaweb to collaborate this story with that of what the Egyptians are doing and chip in what Baumia agenda of digitalization, you know. These are stories a correlated. These are stories and then but you have the guts to put this thing on Twitter because John Mahama is visionless, so you cannot even propagate the vision of John Mahama. After almost 8 years in opposition, John Mahama, you still don't have a story to tell. You still don't have a vision to propagate. And you have an idiot, an asshole, a youth like Yagira Kwaku to sit on Twitter and to call a president who has given you Yagira Kwaku, Yako voter region. Voter region is one of the poorest region in Ghana because of lack of education, because of infrastructure. Go and see what Kufuor is doing for you and your people. Go and see what Kufuor, a visionary leader, who thinks that every child born a Ghanaian deserves to be educated. Go there, free education for all. And now somebody from Ho-Hwayechi Ho-Baby, somebody from a Caribbean voter region, Otiminya Mauli School, somebody, a votarian, a brilliant votarian, whatever, Etiminya School call. Do you know what those children will be? You call this president a useless. You are useless. You and your Mahama, you are useless. Where's the Hope City? John Mahama and Yagira Kwaku. Where is the Hope City? I'm asking you, Yagira Kwaku. Call your so-called president Namwokan. Call him and let him come and tell us where is the Hope City.
Nipa na pono krana. Bese mi kumya na sheye muma. I promise everybody adosu. Yemi ya. Yes I okay. Yes am I okay. Rabbe na konto for me.
Yes, modi kontompo ne tena kroma na modi politics. Who told you say politics is not a clean game? Who told you say politics is not a clean game? Politics is not for it's not for, I mean, people who don't have vision. Politics is a battle of ideas. Politics is meant to solve problem for the people. Politics is meant to develop a country. That's why United States of America and other European countries like Germany, UK, and the rest, almost come in because almost politics almost opposition. Opposition must even think even much more harder than the government in power, because government in power they about power. You must think ahead of time and give the people better ideas, better solutions, better alternatives to that of the government in power, because the government in power came based on his promises. Upon critical thinking, he came based on his promise, and the people bought into his promises. So he's implementing his promise. So it's up to you, the opposition, to do something marvelously much more better than what the incumbent is doing for you to get power. And all that you do is to sit on social media and propagate stupidity, foolishness, stupidity and foolishness, short-sightedness. Anna yagira kwa kunimu NDC. That's what you do all the time. Yagira kwaku. That's what you do all the time. I'm asking you, where is your hope city? If you bring us your hope city, we know John Mahama is a useful person and he's a visionary. But if you don't bring us your hope city that you promise Ghanaians, the similar thing that the Egyptians are doing, which is costing them $400 million to do, 400 million euro to do, John Mahama was charging the Ghanaians. John Mahama was charging the Ghanaians 10 billion. Meanwhile, dear question, meanwhile, God. Meanwhile, the same Egyptians, the same Egyptians were using 50 billion to build the whole city. 50 billion to build a whole
residential district.
50 billion to build
Cairo on a tract of desert the size of Singapore.
So what I say,
This new mega project, which would include the tallest building in Africa, is a construction the likes of which the world has never seen before.
Ghana for mama ya dwimu na ho. Mama ya dwimu na ho. Ya ma ya dwimu na ho no mo a me say media for no omema Ghana akwa atwe. Omoma Ghana obi a owadwempa ma Ghana bia na media for no ama sa opepa no emam. Think twice. Don't follow whatever the media says. Be a critical thinker. Uye yufa dwene abanya odi dwuma beba obenye biaye. Don't be thinking like Yagira Kwaku and his NDC people. Don't be thinking like Ghanaweb nkrofo na omo tena hono mo a omo compare what Egyptians are doing ICT facility. No, they should have compared this story to that of the Hope City of John Mahama. That's what they should have done, but they failed to do it. They failed to do it. They failed to do it. I can move fast story we know. Na kama kofa John Mahama story. Also basi Hope City, but you're rather comparing it to a cathedral.
Nipa na pono krana. Bese mi kumya na sheye muma. I promise everybody adosu. Yemi ya. Yes I okay. Yes am I okay. Rabbe na konto for me. Jamba nada.
Yeah, Ghana for Madam Munina must say, channel you may say subscribe it, like it, or call Facebook, like it, subscribe it, and share. So what you say? Na asama me can say, Mama ye ni na ho as Ghanaians. Mama ye ni na ho as Ghanaians. Na ye ka media for no dia mudi media for na chira Ghana for mubedi mu dokonkwa. So what you say? Enti se obi ni mu John Mahama on kan kire John Mahama ne yagira kwaku. Ene Ghanaweb say ICT center na Egypt AC no. The similar one ana John Mahama promise ye so bisi. Na musa John Mahama ene yagira kwaku say ye the $400 million AC cathedral ebema oman akoso. Before I make a crown, mommy cathedral no ni men chira mo de cathedral no ye de ye smart as ye yantia sia onbetun futuru nyina agu ye ni ewo Ghana ho hwe cathedral no say na tie so what as ye cathedral na ye ka no ye cathedral enya asore dan o ye ka cathedral is not just asore dan o cathedral is it's like a whole facility I never be wom library wom Christian D&D wom, we be D&D wom, ni nyina nie. So what I say? Inti, cathedral, you binya the main auditorium called the cathedral. Enoni. So cathedral ni. Obeko, your big auditorium, wo hono mo, you be a state function. So what I say, the National Cathedral will serve as a venue for formal state occasions. Religious nature, such as religious nature, as the swearing in or inauguration of the president, state funeral, Thanksgiving service, among others. America, omo Thanksgiving, omo baby, omo koko Thanksgiving. So what I say, oko other countries, omo big facility, omo the national event. So what I say, these are the auditorium. You bet me a program there, whether gospel rock show, whether whatever. And so the community say media for no be to say I don't FM more ya don't praise ya more kwa asofu ho ne ko ha asofu auditorium ana mo de and asofu no comot papa dem a Joy FM ne Joy praise ne adom praise na mo ye and ka mutimi akoya apatana se. This auditorium that even will help you the media house to raise funds when you're having your event. This will cover like 5,000 people, 5,000 seated people. Short-sightedness. Now when you bit say this is a big auditorium. You better what places are for worship. As a normal church service or anything, you be in your place for worship. So what I say, place for more be a one-on-one, be a person spiritual, whatever you want to do. You be in so many things and library and all those things. So what I say, you be in a museum. Look, Bible museum. These are the things. A National Cathedral. This will make people fly in from near and afar to come and witness. This is the economic aspect of it. This is the economic aspect of it. So what I say, this is the National Cathedral. I can't say no. It will not catch me say a president be promised no or the man yankopon. Yes, who media person they will their own promise yankopon be our free such is not a promise here or the man yankopon. These are the things that ebe continue our National Cathedral anymore. Garden should be womb. Garden. Plant be any Ghana. These are the areas people can go and sit and visit occasions. For fresh air, you read, see so many things. These are the places you can meet for, even for business meeting and other day. These are the things. People go all the way to Israel. Wailing war. Moko chaplain ticket echo Israel. Moko chaplain ticket echo Israel. At the Masaka can war no mamba. Na plane ticket crazy. Plane ticket ezen. Plane ticket ezen. Yubusamo. Plane ticket amuchan ezen. Ghana for medimubo si ha. Na asama me kan say mama ya dwemu na ho. Mama ya dwenu na ho. Mama dwuma na ho media for ni NDC for will always deceive you. But your channel yet channel 22. Subscribe it. Subscribe man. Na mon share. Medium besi ha.
Nipa na bono krana. Bese minkumya na sheye muma. I promise everybody adosu. Yemi ye. Yes I for me.